Good afternoon, viewers. I am Dr. Amarjit Kaur. I am Professor of Accounting and a Certified Management Accountant. I am working with Gurugram University in the Faculty of Commerce and Management as Professor of Accounting and Dean for the Faculty of Commerce and Management. I am fortunate that I got the opportunity to teach at two universities in USA, Valparaiso University and North Dakota State University. And I have authored 8 books and about 40 research papers. So I am very thankful for the opportunity that I am going to connect with you this afternoon and discuss the topic income and expenditure account. So we are going to discuss today in this part that how do we prepare income and expenditure account. For that, before discussing how to prepare, I will be talking about what are non-for-profit organizations, what are their salient features, what is the format of income and expenditure account, and certain important issues pertaining to income and expenditure account. So this is the agenda for next few minutes. So I would expect that you would be with us and would try to learn about this topic. So friends, non-for-profit organizations, as we know, they are meant for providing services to the society. It could be any part of the society. It could be those people who are needy and they do not have medical facility. It could be those people who are deprived from banking services, so they are not inclusive for the financial services. It could be people who are deprived from education, and these societies, these clubs, they are promoting education. This could be simply to ensure safety and security of people like RWAs. It could be to promote art and cultures. We have many clubs which are organizing club activities. Even a club which organizes Ram Leela in your city, even that is a not-for-profit organization, because they are promoting the Ramayana, they are promoting certain ancient stories amongst the society, amongst the youngsters. So it could be in any form and purpose, but important thing is these organizations are separate independent entities, right? They have a own legal entity and they do not carry out the services or the activities with an objective of making money, making profits. So they do carry their services only to provide services, whatever the objective they may have, right? So the services may vary from one non-for-profit organization to the another one, but nevertheless they all are here to provide services. All right, NGOs are greater example. The few NGOs are to promote awareness about AIDS. Few are to promote awareness about TB program, right? For about vaccination. So these non-for-profit organizations are there, and we need to think: do we need to have their accounting records very much like a business organization? No, right? So these non-for-profit organizations, they do maintain ledger book which contains accounts of income, expenses, assets and liabilities. And primarily they prepare 3 books of account. So these non-for-profit organizations, number 1, they prepare receipt and payment account. Number 2, they prepare income and expenditure account. And the third one, they prepare balance sheet, right? So unlike a business organization, the for-profit organizations, which we know they prepare trial balance, they prepare journal book, they have then their profit and loss account, they have balance sheet, they have cash flow statement, statement of changes in equity. But a non-for-profit organization would have primarily 3 books of accounts. Number 1, as I said, receipt and payment account. We have in the previous lectures talked in detail about receipt and payment account. So that is not the agenda in this session today. The second important account which they prepare is income and expenditure account, which is the agenda for today. This is what we are going to talk today, right? And the third one is balance sheet. We will keep balance sheet for future lectures. And so today we are going to talk about the second important book, income and expenditure account. Now, what is income and expenditure account? This income and expenditure account is prepared by a non-for-profit organization, as I explained a minute ago, in order to ascertain the surplus or the deficit by recording revenue items of a particular period, and it is prepared in the form of profit and loss account. So, the second statement is very important, that we prepare it with the purpose of finding out surplus or the deficit for a particular accounting year, but we record only revenue item. We do not record any capital item of receipt or payment in the income and expenditure account, unlike receipt and payment account. If you have watched the previous video on this or have listened to me in the previous lectures, in receipt and payment account we clarified clearly that we are going to include revenue as well as capital items both for receipts and payment. Doesn't matter, a capital item belongs to the sale of furniture, purchase of furniture, issue of shares, issue of debentures, purchase of debentures and sale of debentures, or sale or purchase of shares. Otherwise, a non-for-profit organization directly doesn't or cannot issue debentures or shares. But nevertheless, they may have some fees which is membership fees and is for life. So, that is also a capital receipt. So, we do not record any kind of capital receipt or payment in income and expenditure account, right? So, we prepare it on the basis of profit and loss account. Now, coming to certain salient features of this particular account. The first one is that this account, income and expenditure account, what is the nature of this account? The nature of this account is nominal. So it means the rules which we apply for a nominal type of account are going to be used in this account as well. And I hope you remember, in the nominal types of accounts, we debit all the expenses and losses and we credit all gains and all revenues, right? So, we are going to use the same rule of nominal account here in case of income and expenditure account. The second point here is what all we record in the debit side and credit side, right? So, we record in the debit side, we record all expenses. As I said a minute ago, that it is prepared like a profit and loss account. So, if you have an idea about profit and loss account, in the debit side of profit and loss account, we record all expenses. Especially when we are preparing profit and loss account for a proprietorship firm. For companies now in India, the format is different. We prepare in a horizontal format and we show the items in a statement format, not in account format. But nevertheless, for a proprietorship firm, we debit all expenses in the profit and loss account. On the very same pattern, in this account, income and expenditure account, we are going to debit all expenses, but certainly of only revenue nature, right? So we cannot forget what we discussed a few seconds ago, that we record only revenue nature expenses and revenue nature receipts. Alright, so in the debit side, revenue expenses goes. What goes in the credit side? In the credit side, all those receipts which are of recurring nature, means which are of revenue nature. So the most important could be subscription. Then we may receive interest on the investments made by the society, by the club, right? So such items which are of revenue nature and are receipts, they will go on the credit side. The third feature of this account is that we do not have any opening or closing balance in this account. we record only those items of expense and revenue which pertains to this current year, right? So unlike the receipt and payment account where we have opening balance as well as the closing balance, so we do not have any such opening balance in this account. We then the only current year income and expenses are shown. So we cannot record previous year revenue items of income or previous year revenue item or expense. Only those revenue items of income and expense which pertains to the current year would be recorded in this income and expenditure account. So next point, that we make adjustments. So we are supposed to record only current year items, but in reality in any organization, either a business organization, that is for a business organization, or a non-for-profit organization, all organizations would have certain transactions which actually belongs to previous year or future year, right? For example, in case of an RWA, the RWA may receive certain subscription funds in advance, means the amount belongs to next year, and in certain cases certain residents may pay amount little delayed, so the previous year amount is paid in the current year, right? So since this account we have to show only current year items, we are going to carry adjustments, right? So adjustments for anything received in advance, adjustment for anything which has been outstanding, be it a revenue item or be it a expense item. We are supposed to make adjustments before we put the actual amount, right? The last feature of this particular account is what is the purpose. So after all the discussion we had so far, I think you are clear. The purpose is to find out deficit or the surplus of the current year operations. So all organizations carry activities with the purpose of gaining some out of it, so that they could sustain. These organizations especially would like to have surplus so that they could sustain their businesses, their activities, and they could also sustain the activities they wish to provide or the services they wish to provide, and also they could grow further in future, because generally those surpluses which these organizations earn in any particular year are reinvested, because no one can take this out. No member, no director, nobody can, or no manager or no employee can take the surplus out of the organization. So the purpose is to find out deficit or surplus for the activities this non-for-profit organization carried during a particular year, right? Now coming to the next point, we would like to discuss that what is the difference between income and expenditure account and the profit and loss account. The income and expenditure account, as I said, the objective is to find out profit or loss, because this profit and loss account is prepared by for-profit organization, whereas this income and expenditure account is prepared by not-for-profit organizations, and the objective is to find out the deficit or the surplus for a particular financial year, right? The second difference between the two is the basis of preparation. A profit and loss account is prepared based on the trial balance. So the trial balance becomes basis for preparing a profit and loss account, whereas for the income and expenditure account, the basis is receipt and payment account, which we learnt in the previous lecture last week, right? So this basis of preparation is for income and expenditure account is the receipt and payment account. Now, as we know, as I discussed, I believe you are clear by this time that the income and expenditure account is prepared, that is another basis of differentiation between the two, is prepared by non-for-profit organization, whereas profit and loss account is prepared by a for-profit organization, right? and we have I believe we have learned by this time the balance of profit and loss account represents either profit or loss for the year, whereas the balance in income and expenditure would be only either surplus or deficit from the activities of the organization for a particular year. Okay, now I wish to discuss this format. So have a look at the format. At the top we are showing the name of the company, name of the business, club or society. So here it is XYZ, right? It could be society, it could be club, it could be Gurdwara, it could be any mandir, it could be NGO, right? So whichever non-for-profit organization name is given to you, that is been shown here at the top. Then we would write the income and expenditure account for the year ending, because this income and expenditure account is also prepared for a particular year, right? So same way as we write in the profit and loss account, that profit and loss account for the year ended, same way this income and expenditure account for the year ended is written. Now if you look at the column, there are 4 columns. The first column is your expenditure, right? The left hand side, which is basically the debit side. It represents all the expenses of recurring nature are going to be written in this account, in this column. The second column is amount column. Here we write the amount of the expense for different heads which we would have in any given case or question, or in actual for any society or club or any other non-for-profit organization for which we are preparing this account. The third column is receipt account. The receipt account is the receipt column is basically going to show the receipts of all recurring nature which are received in the current year, and certainly we adjust the outstanding or anything received in advance before we make this account. The fourth column is amount column. Again we show the amount in this column, but here the amount would be for all receipts, right? So these are the 4 columns we have in income and expenditure account. Now in the expenditure, the items could be rent, because even not for profit organization would also be working from a particular rented premises, building, right? So even they do have the offices, even they do have the sites to work, right? So whatever the rent they pay is going to is actually a recurring expenditure, so it's going to be shown here on the rent column. Then we have salaries. Even these organizations have employees who work for them, and it's not that everybody work for them free of cost. There are few employees who work for salaries like a very normal for profit organization, right? The third one, as we say, the expenditure on newspaper or any material, publicity material, brochures, flyers, etc. You may have seen many flyers printed by NGOs, right? They do promote the service they are into, right? So that would be there. Other than this, if there's any sundry expenses like electricity, telephone charges, those are going to be there because this is a recurring nature expenditure. Then the likelihood could be that depreciation is there, because even non-for-profit organizations would have building, would have plant, machinery, etc., on which they charge depreciation, right? So this depreciation is charged in the debit side of income and expenditure account. Then we have in the debit side, if our revenue is more than our expenses, the excess of income over expenses is shown in this part, which actually says excess of income over expenses. So this is basically showing surplus, and then we will have total. Same way in the receipt side, the most important receipt is the subscription fees. The subscription fees is a recurring nature receipt for any non-for-profit organization, it's credited here. Then we have any interest. So if we have made any investment in the debentures of any company, if we have an FD in the name of the society or the club, so we are tend to receive interest. That interest is a recurring nature receipt which we credit here in the credit side of income and expenditure account. Alright. The next item could be dividend. If any organization which is a non-for-profit organization, they have the choice to invest the surplus money and generate further revenue in the shares of the company, right? So such dividend which we receive on shares is going to be taken as a recurring nature receipt, right, and is credited here in the income and expenditure account. Okay, so this is a very important item, but it's not that all the organizations they will receive dividend. Only those non-for-profit organizations which have the investment made in shares would have this dividend, right? So this particular head is not there in every organization. Then the next item could be donations. Now donations, as we know, there are two types of donations these non-for-profit organizations they do receive. The first one, donations are a normal nature, on a regular basis they receive. We call them as normal donations or regular donations. Such donations are the ones which qualify to be taken, to be recorded in the credit side of this account, right? There are certain donations which are of specific nature, which are made for specific purpose. So what are such kind of donations? The example could be the donations received to create a particular fund to take care of scholarship of students of a particular school or a locality or a particular caste or origin, right? A fund received to organize a particular camp every year, every week, every month, any frequency could be there. So such donations which are received for a particular purpose, not in general, then the society cannot, this organization which is non-for-profit organization cannot use the donation amount for any other expense. So these are basically earmarked for a particular purpose, and these amounts which are of special donations, they do not come under the purview of income and expenditure account. They would go to balance sheet, right? And any such expenditure which is incurred for the purpose of that cause for which these donations were given, those expenses are also not shown in the income and expenditure account. So the next question comes in to you, and it may be coming to your mind even, that where do we show such expenses? Because few minutes ago I dictated that we have to show all the expenses of recurring nature in the income and expenditure account. So dear friends, those expenses which were actually incurred for a specific purpose, and we have a separate donation or separate fund received for that purpose, so we are going to subtract those expenses only from the fund which is going to be shown in the balance sheet. So this is one important change. We never show any expense in the balance sheet of a normal business, right, for profit organization. But whereas I am saying that if we have expenses which were incurred for a special purpose, those expenses would be actually subtracted from the donations which were received for that particular purpose. So those donations could be in the name of a fund or simply donation, right? Other than that, we may have any type of receipt, miscellaneous receipt. So miscellaneous receipts, like we sold old newspaper, we sold scrap, we sold used item, second hand used item. So but that is a recurring nature. So if I am an NGO, for example, and I am manufacturing candles, so the scrap of thread, etc., has a resale value, and we are selling it and we are getting it as a sale proceed of the scrap. So this is, since a recurring nature item, we are going to take the sale of scrap as a miscellaneous receipt. Sale of newspaper, sale of raddi, we all say raddi, right? That we get the raddi wala bhaiya, in our area, and we sell on a frequent basis. So basically that's what I am referring to. So the miscellaneous receipts are also going to be taken on the credit side, that is actually receipt side. And now if my expenses for a particular year are more than my receipts which are here in the credit side, so this would be excess of expenses over income, and we will show this in the credit side, right? And then we have total amount. So this is how we prepare income and expenditure account. So I hope you were able to understand that meaning of income and expenditure, salient features, difference between profit and loss account and income and expenditure account, and lastly format of income and expenditure account. So thank you very much viewers for being with me. Thank you.